Hey guys and gals, got another one for you today. Once again, grinding out the Tuscop in my 13105 this time, and this by no means is like an epic game. I just wanted to get it on here, just I guess my advice to deal with the lemming trains. Alright, so we're on airfield standard battle. I got a platoon of tier 10s, 4-man platoon. There's some 10s, 9s, and 8s mixed up in each team. And they got a platoon of 9s. So, I mean, this kind of shows the mismatch in matchmaking. However, this isn't a fail because at least they compensated their team with 10s. Whereas sometimes you see a tier 10 match with platoons matched up because matchmaker looks for platoons first. And then the opposing team will have like a platoon of tier 8s to match the platoon, which doesn't make sense, and I think Wargaming says that they're working on it, which I think they trademarked, but anyways, get back into it. 13105 on airfield. What I want to do is get vision out for the team. Central location, get spots out, get intel for my team to make sure they know where the enemy team is going. Now you have to be careful about this, especially if you're flying solo in your scout. Make sure that there isn't like a platoon of scouts on the enemy team. Otherwise you're just going to get wolf-packed and died. I see they only have 2 scouts, so this should be a pretty safe run. I get spotted right away, and it's pretty tough. Kind of catches them off guard. Nobody's really aiming up here, so if you get shot, you're going to get snapshot, which is all up to the RNG gods. So as I come over here, it's 1390 sees me, he hits my track, doesn't do any damage to me, and he misses 2 more shots. I could have stayed there and fought him, but it's way too early to get caught out on their side of the map. So really what I wanted to do was just get some intel. And I spotted 6 tanks, so that should help a little bit. I figure majority of the rest of them are either going down the 0 line or they're hiding back in J0. So, alright, so this is where the lemming rush kicks in. And my whole team is going down the CDE line, which is somewhat okay because there's a main choke there. A lot of the times I feel like whoever wins E6 is going to win the game. Alternatively, if you send like all your medium tanks across the beach and up behind the enemy team while the heavy tanks hold E6, then you potentially can win that way too. So what I want to do here is make sure that my lemming train continues to charge forward. And I'm going to take some risks here. And I'm just auto-locking as I drive here. And that 140 dies, so I just switch to the FV215B. I get 2 shots into him, and I keep moving. Though I may die, I get some shots out. I get their turrets turned, and my team's able to get in there and get shots into them. So I'm clipping up. We've got 13 seconds left, and they're starting to put pressure on the red team. So I'm trying to get them to attack, and if I see this guy fire his gun, I'm going to go in. So he just shot, and I'm going to thread the needle here. And he's trying to be ready for me, but if he turns his head towards me, he's going to get clobbered just like that. I didn't realize there's an E4 here, but I get shot in the back of him, and now I just make a slight wiggle. Really, if they shoot at me and they miss, that's just going to benefit my team. If they shoot at me and hit me, I guess that would benefit my team too. Just as long as they're shooting their guns, my team can take advantage of that and poke in and attack them. So they made their way across the beach. They're in J3 now. However, we've already cleaned this choke out. And now this E75 is the only thing left right now. I'm using this dead tank to hide. He was really looking for a shot on me. I'm going to try to shoot the side of his turret. He turns it back around just in time. Tracks are 57 heavy, which now I know I can aim my gun at his lower plate and get a shot in. Alright, so now I'm clipping once again. It's 7-2. I mean, this is pretty much all said and done. So my advice for lemming train is don't be a hero and try to hold the other side. On bigger maps, you can still get vision out to the other side. Like I've said in previous videos, if you just keep the enemy spotted, a lot of the times they won't drive across open areas of the map if they're spotted. People don't like to take risks and give up hit points. So as long as they're detected, a lot of the times they won't move. Now, you also have to calculate in your head, when do I need to get out of there and when can I stay and fight. And honestly, on a map like this, you've seen I didn't even risk anything. It just takes a quick second for their medium tanks and their scouts to be on top of me. So I don't want to rely on the two guys that potentially might have been watching my back while I was over on the other side of the map. Alright, so there's Artie. Let's punch him right in the face. Check him out. That always feels good. And now they just have 3 guys left. They got one on our base, the other one's over by him, and then they got this Jag. And what I did here was act like I was coming up, waiting for my 6th sense to disappear, and now I'm going to go around the other way while the Scorpion G continues up that way. So I baited him into shooting my Scorpion G in the face, which is fine because Scorp G can take the shell and I can't. So get a shot in the rear of him, and then I realize that he's pushing on the Scorp. So I'm going to track that Jag so the Scorp can get off of him. And now I'm reloading. So when your team lemming trains, honestly, to me, help them win that side and then go back to defend the base, and hopefully some people will come back with you to defend the base. Another nice thing about a small map like this is once we won the choke, our heavy tanks that were sniping in D2 could just look south and see the spawn. So a lot of people think lemming trains are like a big problem on this game, and I guess I'd have to argue that it's the 4 guys that try to hold the other flank against the majority of the enemy team that is more of the problem, unless they do it intelligently by falling back to different cover and just slowing that rush down to buy the team time to get the train through the flank, and then either get around to flank the other team or go back to help the 3 tanks, 4 tanks, whatever's left of them guys, defend the base. So let's get to endgame stats here. I hope that made sense. Nice thing about lemming trains for sure is that you know you're not going to be short-handed on that side of the map. The bad thing about lemming trains is when they all want to play defensive, and now they're pretty much giving up 2/3 of the map just to hold 1/3 of the map and wait for the enemy team to mess up, when alternatively they're getting flanked. I'll quit babbling about lemming trains. This Patton did 2,500 damage, pulled down a Top Gun with 6 kills. T-57 Heavy got 3,400 damage, pulled down a kill. And then there's Action 10, did 3K with 3 kills. And they fell 1 short of a crucial contribution. So, I mean, they probably could blame me for that. I got 2 kills. This 432 got 1 kill. And you can see when there is a lemming train and it's effective, this is usually what the outcome is. We lost 4 tanks and they lost 15. So people can complain about lemming trains, but really it's how you react to the lemming train, I think, is what makes a difference. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe.